eyes was purely and simply evil.
You thought the game was over, but it's only just begun.
Well, Delay Massacre, no one's safe. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. So we're going to go over the eye vacuum trap, the whole entire, trailer. We're going to do a little breakdown of it, kind of go through it closely. What I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, but there's really not much to not like about it at this point. I'm kind of waiting for these tickets. What's going on? I need to get my tickets already. I hope you guys are waiting too, because I think we're all excited for this film, with Tobin Bell being at the prime role of what he was made and what he was born to do for this franchise. So we're going to go through this slowly. Honestly, I have to talk through it, and break it down because I don't want to get hit with a copyright. Hopefully I don't. Even the last, trailer reaction I tried putting on YouTube, and it was really hard to even upload that. So I'm going to have to, stop it, talk, slow it down a little bit at times, so we're going to take our time on this. So I think this is great. So let's get into it. So far, the visuals are looking so damn good when it comes to this. Like, I feel like we are back to the roots of Saw. You have those, those bright green, like old early 2000 colors, that little color grid that we miss seeing so much when it comes to like little scenes going into these trap seeds, kind of giving you, like, you have that turn camera angle of like seeing the whole overview around of what the trap looks like around this person that's sitting in this chair right now, which I think is pretty cool. The tubes coming out of the eyes, obviously we know that what this thing does going forward, which is pretty cool. I really like this. I really like the eye in general. We kind of see the, what he's, we're getting a different view. We're getting a couple different views, which I think is awesome. And another one, not just seeing the outside of this guy with the trap, on himself, but seeing like the inside, like another point of view of seeing his eyeballs, which is telling us that it's obviously involves the eyeballs. We all know this. Okay, this is the eye vacuum trap. So seeing that visual is awesome as it gets better later on. Getting like his point of view, not only seeing the eyeball, but seeing his point of view through his eyes, through the tubes, what it looks like. Probably wakes up in that chair, probably scared shitless, and has no idea what's going on, what he's connected to, because that's really hard to see. He probably, as you can see, he can't barely see a thing right now. So that is pretty scary, which I think is really awesome. You gotta love this is Saw. This is Saw in a nutshell. When Saw does this with the camera angles, when they're sitting in the trap and all of a sudden, like, the whole camera starts to go in circles real fast. I absolutely love that. I think that's definitely so Saw. It's always been the thing with these Saw movies, just going in circles like that, which is really cool. We get to hear the man himself, Tobin Bell, and Jigsaw is on the what looks like a speaker type thing on the wall. Now, I had some people tell me from the trailer reaction what this might look like here. This could be an old hospital from what it looks like. I thought it was somewhat of a school. It looks like he is sitting in some sort of basement, or maybe it's just an abandoned hospital or abandoned school or something like that. I definitely see some. Little, cabinet things. Like, I see some little storage units in the back here. So the spotlight is on the main dude, which is the guy sitting in this trap. That is apparently a custodian. We see the tubes coming out of his eyes connected to this really big vacuum, which is probably the best part. I guess it looks like one of those big cleaner vacuums. I don't know. It has an oxygen tank or something on it. I'm not really sure. Obviously they have to put these things together to make it make sense in some way. But hearing Tobin Bell's voice for the first time, At least, we heard it in the trailer, obviously, but hearing his voice for the first time in this, just in an official clip. You know how they put like Tobin saying something when he's not saying it, and it's like a line from another scene or something. Like, I thought that was cool. Just to address these sticky fingers of yours, I do not like what I see, and talks about, he has his own type of disease that he must exile. So there's something going on with this guy that he's doing wrong within the hospital in general. It could be that he's stealing. Maybe he's stealing from the patients. Maybe he's stealing like medicine. Maybe he's getting high. Maybe he's stealing pills. I mean, it could be almost anything. Jigsaw talks about, keeping his eyesight, turn the dial. We see at the corner here, we see the dial right there, which obviously you turn the dial 5 times. You have, counts 1 to 5 times, which will break each one of your fingers if you do that within 60 seconds. And this seems like a lot of people were complaining about, like, this is so easy, bro. Like, I would totally break 5 of my fingers. That could be literally fixed, then get my eyeball sucked out of my sockets. Then the vacuum does start, and this isn't a normal vac. Obviously, the tubes are connected to this vacuum right here, both of the tubes right there, and they have there's a portable watch right here that's connected to wires that starts the timer. So no electric timer or anything. It's just a regular watch that's connected to a bunch of things. But I have one of these in my house. Like, it reminds me of one of the water vacs. It reminds me of a water vac, 100%. And that thing is really powerful. I use it to take water out of my basement. Sometimes my basement does flood. And that thing has some power. And let me tell you, like, all that air, all that pressure that is sucking up through both of those tubes, it's gotta hurt like crazy. I think my favorite part of this was obviously his eyeballs pulsating from the pressure, the sucking pressure, pause, from the vacuum. You see the eye going, like, it's like moving. It's crazy. It's crazy how this thing looks. It looks absolutely amazing. Just the effect of it. I mean, I'll play it real quick because I think like the effect of it just makes it more scary at the end of the day. His eyes just like, it's just like going crazy, man. Like, I love that. I absolutely love that. I think that's really cool. This guy is most likely going to die. And I don't think it's any type of surprise. A lot of leaks so far on when people went to Midsummer Scream to see the Saw 10 trailer before the whole world did. And they were able to see this scene, but I think they were able to see this longer scene. We got the short end of the scene. They were able to see the whole entire scene, and from what I could hear from the audio, I think he only breaks a few fingers here. I don't think he breaks 5. I don't think he even breaks 4. I think he breaks 2 to 3 fingers. I forgot. I have to look back at listen to the audio again. But obviously turns the dial once, breaks a finger, and he's freaking out in the chair. So I think he breaks only a couple fingers. I think this is going to be one of the favorite traps so far. Going forward, looks like the timer is, almost running out there, and then it fades to black. So far, guys, like I said, I think the cinematography is awesome. I really like, right now, to be honest with you, I really do like the point of view inside, like the eyeball sticking out, his point of view looking out in the tubes. I like the actor that obviously plays in this. To be honest, you got to have good actors that play in these scenes to really show that trauma. Like, you wake up in the situation and you're like freaking the fuck out. And I think that's like one of the craziest, things, you know what I mean? It's going to be interesting to see how they find this building. Like, they just, because this is Jigsaw going into a whole different place. Like, in another part of the world where, nobody knows him. And that's the reason why he got scammed. Nobody knew who John Kramer was and what he really was. So to find this abandoned building and having, Amanda help and, having other people help him as well. So, and get these people in the traps, how, and all these things get built. This might be the first kill of the whole movie. That's what I'm kind of suspecting here, because this is the lesser of the goriest ones, even though it's still still terrifying in some ways. The color grade looks so Saw back to his roots, the way they're moving the camera around, like that flip-flop all the way around the trap, around the area. It looks like they really went back and really made everything so original, and that's where I have to give Kevin Gruder, sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, director of Saw 10, and his team and what they've done so far for this movie. So very excited for that. Now, we did get a couple of stills for Saw 10 as well. There's a couple of them here. Here's one of Amanda and obviously John Kramer. Looks like they're actually in that building right now. I know people have been complaining about Amanda, how she looks. I think she looks fine, and Tobin Bell looks amazing. I'm sorry, but 81 years old, I don't see it. I honestly don't. This one here, this is what I've been talking about. You know, there's a picture of John here, a picture of Amanda holding hands, sitting down. We've seen a lot of clips, not even clips. We saw a lot of pictures, and obviously the official trailer for Saw 10. Remember at the end when the X is coming on the screen and you see John is hugging Amanda and he has a tear coming down his face. You know, John is the protagonist of this movie. He is the hero of this movie. He is being, obviously, as we know, he is getting, con artists are swindling him for a surgery that's supposed to save his life for $250,000 that he gives these doctors. And this is the reason why this movie is made, because he puts these doctors through hell for what they did to him, toying with his life. In between Saw 1 and 2, we might get Jill, we might not. We might see a life between Jill and John Kramer a little bit before he turned, he's already turning psycho as it is. Kevin Gruter did say, like, you're going to see John Kramer to Jigsaw in this film. Like, he's going, he has already turned into this in Saw 1. So after Saw 1, I'm just saying for the film in general, you're going to see like an innocent human man in John Kramer trying to get surgery to save himself from dying of brain cancer. And you're going to slowly see that evil side in a full entire 2-hour movie. So it's going to be, like I said, it's an emotional roller coaster ride with John Kramer to Jigsaw as it gets much deeper towards the end of the film. Nobody's surviving this film. Okay, I think we all know that. It wouldn't make sense for the other films at all that they do survive, unless I don't know. I just don't see it happening. I don't think it would make sense for the rest of the story if somebody survived this. They knew John Kramer's name, and there's nothing that says about Mexico in any of the sequel movies or anything like that. So this is pure standalone. You'll get that twist ending with the Zepp Saw theme. I think Pedersen will be the last survivor of this film, since she is the one that was holding this, she was holding this big scam, as playing this head doctor that was getting, the scamming people for all this money. I just want people to understand that this is what we've wanted. We wanted Tobin Bell back to the franchise. Other than that, that's pretty much it. We went over the breakdown of the eye vacuum trap trailer. How much did you guys like it? Went over a couple stills that they did release a couple days ago. Film Exclusive put up a couple of stills. And it is the 17th of September, and we have a week and a half until this movie is out. Tickets are still not available yet. Still waiting. But let me know, how excited are you for the eye trap in general? What do you think of, like, the cinematography? What do you think of everything? Did it look like the original Saw? Does it look like it's going back to his roots? Do you feel good about it? How good do you feel that Tobin Bell is just back with his voice, just being back into this franchise? Is an awesome thing. So you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Keep running. Peace out.